Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Mathematics. In this video, we are going to learn the logarithmic test. Logarithmic test is the test when D'Alembert's ratio test fails and RAB test is not suitable to apply on that situation, then we going to apply the logarithmic test. But at first, we should come to know that what is logarithmic test. So for that, the same way like the previous test, the series of positive terms un is convergent or divergent according as the value of the limit n tends to infinity n log un divided by un plus 1 is equals to k. So this k value, if we will find out is greater than 1, then the series is convergent. If we find out k is less than 1, then the series is divergent. And if we will find out that k is equals to 1, then the series is neither convergent nor divergent. So we should do the limiting value on n log un divided by un plus 1. So this is our log test, but at first we should come to know that when we should apply this logarithmic test. First of all, this log test is actually the alternative of the RAB test. We know when we go through the video of RAB test, there we say that when D'Alembert's ratio test fails, then we should go for the RAB test. But when D'Alembert's ratio test fails and the term un divided by un plus 1 is in the power of n, then we should apply the logarithmic test instead of the RAB test. So when we should apply the logarithmic test? So when the test should be applied when n occurs as a power of un divided by un plus 1. If evaluation of the limit un divided by un plus 1 becomes easier on taking logarithmic of this function, when we take the logarithm of this function and it becomes easier, then we should apply the log test. Otherwise, if un divided by un plus 1 does not involve n as an exponent, then the series is a divergent series. If we will find out that this type of expression is not the exponent of n, then we say that un is the divergent series. So let us do some example to understand that when and where to apply this test. So the first example is test the convergence of the series x plus 2 square x square divided by 2 factorial plus 3 cube x cube divided by 3 factorial plus 4 to the power 4 x to the power 4 divided by 4 factorial plus dot dot dot, where x is given greater than 0 always. So first of all, we should find out what is our un. So here the un is n to the power n x to the power n divided by n factorial. Just observe the terms and accordingly this is our un. Now we should find out un plus 1. That is again so simple. That is n plus 1 to the power n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 its factorial. Therefore, we should find out the ratio un divided by un plus 1. So if we take this ratio, then we will find out it as n divided by n plus 1 to the power n into 1 upon x. Now we just divide both that means denominator and numerator by n here, and finally we will find out it as 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by n whole upon n into 1 by x. This one is tending to 1 by ex as n tends to infinity. We know when n tends to infinity, then that term becomes e, exponential e, so that it is tending to 1 by ex as n tends to infinity. Therefore, the given series converges if this 1 by ex is greater than 1. That is, if we say x is less than 1 by e. Just look, if we write x here, so then x is less than 1 by e, and diverges if x is greater than 1 by e. That is by D'Alembert's ratio test we can say. So when x is equals to 1 by e, exactly 1 by e, then definitely ratio test fails, because that time the limiting value becomes 1. So if the ratio test fails, then we should apply the logarithmic test here. The reason is the function un, just look at here, un by un plus 1 is in the exponential form of n. Is it now? That's why we should apply the logarithmic test here. So now what to do? Now just very simple, un by un plus 1, that for the function value is e divided by 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n. Why this e is? We just replace this 1 by x. Here the function and value. We have just verifying the logarithmic test when x is equals to 1 by e. So instead of this x, we should substitute 1 by e, so that we will find out that un divided by un plus 1 is equals to e divided by 1 plus n whole to the power of n. Now we just take log on both sides. So if we take log on both sides, then what we will find out? We just find out log of un divided by un plus 1 is equals to log e minus of n, here power n at first we should write, then n into log of 1 plus 1 upon n. So here the is equals to 1, log e is equals to 1. We know that log e is always 1. So now here it is the minus of n, then log 1 plus 1 by n. If we just expand this one, then its value is 1 by n minus 1 by 2 into n square, that is 1 by n here as it is. So 1 by 2 into n square plus of 1 by 3 into n cube minus of dot dot. So in this way, if we will, it will proceed, then these two terms becomes cancel out, and finally we will find out 1 by 2n minus of 1 by 3n square plus and the rest terms. So that if we take the limit n tends to infinity, then we will find out all those terms as n tends to infinity. So we will find out here from n log un divided by un plus 1 tends to half. We just multiply n on both sides, so that we will find out the first term as 1 by 2, and the rest whatever be the term we have all involving n in the denominator. That's why when we take n tends to infinity, we will find out instead of the first term, except the first term, all the remaining terms becomes 0, so that this limiting value becomes half. So half means the value is less than 1. So by logarithmic test, the series diverges for x is equals to 1 by e. Hence we can say that the summation un convergent for x value is less than 1 by e, and definitely x value is greater than 0, because it is given that x is greater than 0. So that the limiting range where the given series is convergent is x belongs to 0 and 1 upon e, in between that. Now come to the next example. So the next example is test the convergence of the series summation n upon n is equals to 2 to infinity 1 by log n to the power of p. So here obviously un is 1 by log n to the power p, and un plus 1 is equals to 1 by log n plus 1 to the power of p. If we take this ratio and substitute the values accordingly and simplifying, then we will find out the value is this one. Just look at this. Here 1 plus 1 by n into log n minus of 1 divided by 2n square log n, and in this way whole to the power of p. So now this one tends to 1 as n tends to infinity. As n tends to infinity, just look, except this one, all the remaining terms becomes 0, and 1 to the power p means it is only 1. So we will find out that this limiting value is 1 as n tends to infinity. Hence by D'Alembert's ratio test, it is fail. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, we can't predict the given series is divergent or convergent. So definitely we should take the help of either RAP test or logarithmic test. But as the given ratio, that is un divided by un plus 1, is in the some power of p, so that we apply the log test here, so logarithmic test. Now what to do? Whatever be the un by un plus 1 we have, we take the log on both sides. So if we take log on both sides, then we will find out from here that it is p, because just look at this, here the power is p, so p should be coming first. So p log of the entire term. So that one is equals to p into log of, here just look at this one. So it is 1 by n log n minus 1 by 2n square log n, like this one. Just think of 1 as the first term and plus the entire thing as x, so that your log 1 plus x we can assume. This entire portion if we can assume as x, then the actual series is log of 1 plus x. So what is the formula for log of 1 plus x for expansion? It is x then minus of 1 x square by 2, like this. So we just expand accordingly. So after this expansion, what to do? Here the limiting values, just look at this. This is the series, it is written also, so that you can understand better how we will write this one. Now we take the limit n tends to infinity on both sides, so that we will find out this limiting value becomes 0. Because all the terms involving n, so when we just take the n tends to infinity, so the entire thing becomes 0. So for all values of p, we can say this limiting value becomes 0. So 0 means this is less than 1. Hence by logarithmic test, the series is divergent for all values of p, as the limiting value we will find out is less than 1. So that by logarithmic test we can say the series is entirely divergent. Now we have the another form of the logarithmic test. Sometimes we find out that this logarithmic test will not be applicable. So for that time we required some another form of logarithmic test, that is called the another or alternative form of logarithmic test, which we will find out from the Bartender's test. So this another form is almost looking like the previous one, but a little slight change is there, and the change is like this one. So it is the limit n tends to infinity n log un by un plus 1 minus 1 then whole into log n is equals to k. We will find out the limit for this particular one. Previously we have the limit for this limit n tends to infinity n log un by un plus 1, that limit only we consider, but now we include these two terms here. So minus 1 then into log n, we should include it here in this alternative form of the logarithmic test. So now here for k greater than 1 the series is convergent, for k less than 1 the series is divergent, and for k is equals to 1 the series that means the test fails. So let us do one example supporting to this alternative logarithmic test. So for that the example is, test the divergence or convergence of the series 1 to the power p plus 1 by 2 to the power p. In this way, this one is the given series. So obviously at first we should find out what is our un. So un is 1 into 3 into 5 into, in this way it is 2n minus 1 divided by 2 into 4 into 6 up to 2n whole upon p. Just observe the terms, accordingly we will find out our un. So un plus 1 is what? That is obviously one more term here and one more term here. Now if we take the ratio of these two, then we will find out it is 2n plus 2 divided by 2n plus 1 whole to the power p. Now if we divide denominator and numerator by n, then we will find out it is 2 plus 2 by n divided by 2 plus 1 by n whole upon p. So if we take the limit n tends to infinity on both sides, then we will find out that this limiting value is 1. So as the limiting value is 1, so we will say that the D'Alembert's ratio test does not give any conclusion. So as the D'Alembert's ratio test fails, that's so why what we will do, we should apply the logarithmic test. We don't know it is alternative logarithmic test is applicable or not, so that we at first just simply applying the logarithmic test, simple logarithmic test. So for that un divided by un plus 1 we just write in the form of 1 plus 1 by n, because we just divide entirely by 2 also, so that we will find out it is 1 plus 1 upon n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2n whole to the power of p. After that we take log on both sides and multiply by n, so that we will find out this one. So from here we will find out n into p, this p will be coming first, so p log of 1 plus 1 by n minus of p log of 1 plus 1 upon 2n. So now if we expand this log series, then after simplification, we will find out this one is equals to p into 1 by 2 minus 3 by 8n plus 7 by 24n square, like this one. If we take the limit on both sides, so when n tends to infinity, we will find out the limiting value is p by 2, because except this one, the rest all terms are 0. So hence, by the logarithmic test, what we will find out? The series convergent if this p by 2 is greater than 1, that means p is greater than 2, and the diverges if p by 2 less than 1, that is p less than 2. And definitely when p by 2 is equals to 1, that means the p is equals to 2, this series does not give any conclusion, that means test fails. So by logarithmic test, when p value is 2, the test doesn't give us any particular conclusion. That's why we should apply here the alternative form of the logarithmic test. So when p is equals to 2, we are going to apply the another form of logarithmic test. So this form is what? So this form is our n into log of un by un plus 1 minus 1 into log n. So if we do so in the given function, then we will find out this entire thing as, just observe, instead of p we should substitute 2. So after that it is 1 by 2 minus 3 by 8n plus of 7 by 24n square, minus in this way this entire series, then minus 1 into log of n. With this one, the log n for this one. Okay, now. So that one is equals to what we will find out. Here it is 1. The first term we will find out as 1. Second term it is 3 by 4n. So this one. Third term it is 7 by 12n square, in this way. So minus of 1, then log of n. So after that, when we more simplify this one, so we will find out, just look, this one and this one becomes cancel out, and from entire this thing we will take one n common, so that it becomes minus of 3 by 4 plus of 7 by 12n minus of, and the remaining term into log n by n. So that one tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So definitely when n tends to infinity, this entire term becomes 0, because n is in the denominator, so that n tends to infinity, for this entire limiting value tends to 0. Thus the limit is less than 1 and the series summation un is diverges for p is equals to 2. So that what we can say, that the given series convergent for p greater than 2 and divergent for p less than is equals to 2, because we will find out the limiting value is less than 1 when p is equals to 2. By using the alternative logarithmic test, we find out this answer. So in this way, we can apply the logarithmic test for the various type of given problems. We have to identify that the given series is what type, that means its functioning value is in the power of n or not. So if it is in the power of n, then after failing of D'Alembert's ratio test, we should apply the logarithmic test. Okay, so this is all about the different type of tests. In the next video lecture, we are going to learn the alternating series and the conditionally convergent series. So stay tuned. Thank you all. Have a nice day.